What are you reading, Pastor Jay?
Hello, Obadiah. Good to see you again. I am looking at a book about names, and maybe someone who is trying to decide on what to name a new baby might look at a book like this to get some ideas. Here, for example, I was reading that the name Sophia comes from the Greek that means wisdom. Or here is the name Daniel, which comes from the Hebrew, which means the Lord is my judge.
What does your name mean, Pastor Jay?
You would ask. Well, the name Jay comes from the name Jacob, which means someone who's a substitute or stands in the place of someone else. So maybe like instead of having Jesus here with you right now, you have me. I'm a kind of substitute.
Well, then, you've been pretty well named, Pastor Jay. You are living out your name. Did your parents think of that when they named you? Did they know that you were going to be a pastor?
No, they had no idea about that. But sometimes a person is named after someone that someone else knows. I, for example, was named after my uncle. What about you? Do you know how you were named?
No, I don't. But what does my name mean?
Sure, let's see. Obadiah. M-N-O. Here it is. Obadiah comes from the Hebrew. It means a servant of the Lord, or one who worships the Lord.
I like that. That's me. At least that's the way I like to think of myself. I am Obadiah. I worship the Lord. I want to be a servant of the Lord.
You know what? I have sensed that in you from the first day we met. I think that's you, Obadiah. But you don't remember how you got that name?
No. Should I go ask my mom and dad?
Maybe later when you see them next. You know, sometimes God might give a person a name.
Really? Like who?
Well, Jesus is named Jesus because he becomes the Savior of the world, and that's what the name Jesus means. He will save. But we also read in the Bible how God changed Abram's name to Abraham, and his wife's name from Sarai to Sarah.
Why did God do that?
Because God was making a promise to them. God was promising them that they would have a child.
I'm curious, Pastor Jay. What does the name Abram mean?
The name Abram means exalted father or celebrated father.
Well, that's pretty good. He does become a father, and that's worth celebrating. So he's living out his name too.
Yes, but Abraham had to wait a really long time to become a father.
How long did he have to wait?
Almost a lifetime. When their son was born, Abraham was 100 years old, and his wife was 90. It's sort of like this kind of couple.
Wow.
Yes, we kind of expect a child to be born from a couple like this, or like this, or like this, or like this, but not like this, an old man and an old woman.
They look like grandparents.
You're right. But God made a promise, and God never breaks a promise. And even though Abram and Sarah had to wait a really long time, their promise came true. And they trusted God. They had faith.
That's amazing.
Well, that's not all. God promised Abram and Sarah that they would become the father and mother of a whole lot of people. And so God changed Abram's name to Abraham, which means father of a lot of people, and changed Sarai's name to Sarah, which means a woman of strength.
Well, she would have to be strong to give birth to so many.
Well, she and Abraham didn't give birth to all of those people, but they got it started at least.
So Sarah and Abraham lived out their names.
Yes, they did.
And you're living out your name.
Yes, in a way.
And I'm living out my name. I worship and serve the Lord.
You seem to be, Obadiah.
So what is your name?